Modern, liberal, and Western Christianity likes to boast of a tradition full of respect and equality for women, but the foundational teachings of early Christianity reveal a much harsher reality. Women were seen as inherently deficient, their salvation requiring nothing less than the renunciation of their femininity. Saint Ambrose bluntly declared, "One who does not believe is a woman and should be designated in the name of that sex, whereas one who believes progresses to perfect manhood." For Ambrose, spiritual perfection was exclusively masculine. Saint Jerome carried this idea further. As long as a woman is for birth and children, she is different from man as body is from soul, but when she wishes to serve Christ more than the world, she will cease to be a woman and will be called man. This concept has roots as far back as the first century. The apocryphal Gospel of Thomas, saying 114, records Jesus allegedly saying, "Simon Peter said to them, 'Let Mary leave us, for women are not worthy of life.' Jesus said, 'I myself shall lead her in order to make her male, so that she may become a living spirit, resembling you males. For every woman who will make herself male will enter the kingdom of heaven.'" This message couldn't be clearer. Women, as they are unworthy of life and must transform into men for salvation. This idea wasn't isolated. St. Hippolytus echoes it in his refutation of all heresies. "For this," he says, "is the gate of heaven, where it is necessary for them, when they have come there, to cast off their clothing and all become bridegrooms, having been made male through the Virgin Spirit." Even the afterlife was imagined as a realm where femininity had no place. Clement of Alexandria further explained this transformation. "As long then as the seed is still unformed, they say it is a child of the female. But when it was formed, it was changed into a man and becomes a son of the bridegroom. No longer is it weak and subject to the cosmic forces, visible and invisible, but having become male, it becomes a male fruit." Here, womanhood is equated with weakness, while maleness represents spiritual strength and completeness. Tertullian, a foundational theologian, often declared the father of Latin Christianity, added his own venom. "Do you not know that you are each and Eve? The sentence of God on the sex of yours lives in this age. The guilt must of necessity live too. You are the devil's gateway. You are the unsealer of that forbidden tree. You are the first deserter of the divine law. You are she who persuaded him whom the devil was not valiant enough to attack. You destroyed so easily God's image. Man, on account of your desert, that is death, even the Son of God had to die." You heard it, the Son of God had to die because of woman. The Bible itself does not pull any punches. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11 to 14 commands, "A woman should learn in silence and full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or assume authority over a man. She must be silent. For Adam was formed first, then Eve, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman was deceived and became a transgressor." Thomas Aquinas, a doctor of the Catholic Church, later reinforced these ideas, writing, "As regards the individual nature, woman is defective and misbegotten, for the active power of the male seeds tends to production of a perfect likeness in the masculine sex, while the production of woman comes from a defect in the active power." Saint Jerome left no illusions about the burdens of marriage, declaring, "Men marry indeed so as to get a manager for the house, to solace weariness, to banish solitude. But a faithful slave is a far better manager, more submissive to the master, more observant of his ways, than a wife who thinks she proves herself mistress if she acts in opposition to her husband. That is, if she does what pleases her, not what she is commanded. But friends, slaves who are under the obligation of benefits received are better able to wait upon us in sickness than a wife who makes us responsible for her tears. She will sell you enough to make a deluge for the hope of a legacy, boasts of her anxiety, but drives her sick husband to the destruction of despair. But if she herself is poorly, we must fall sick with her and never leave her bedside. Or if she be a good and agreeable wife, how rare of a bird she is, we have to share her groans in childbirth and suffer torture when she is in danger. From the first century onward, the Christian tradition systematically denied the full dignity of women, making their salvation dependent on erasing their identity and assimilating into a male-defined spirituality.